Can we get started? Shot Cunningham.
What's up, sir?
What on, man?
I guess first off, since we both share a birthday, happy birthday for tomorrow.
happy early birthday.
Appreciate that. I guess for you, I mean, how as you look back at kind of these, 4 games in a week's period. Obviously, I know you'd probably like to shoot the ball a little bit better, but what's the most encouraging, most concerning thing coming out of those games?
I mean, that as a team, with the new offense that we're able to pretty much get shots that we want. I think we've been able to create great opportunities for us to make shots. And I think offensively, that's what you can ask for. Obviously, shots will go in on any given night. So if we continue to give ourselves the best chance, put ourselves in a great position on offensively, then you take the result.
And in terms of like the pace of play, have you noted? Do you like where the pace is at? Do you think it could be bigger or faster and still be able to be efficient, or is too fast sometimes too sloppy for you guys?
No, I mean the more we do it, the more we practice at it, I think the better that we get at it. Being able to play fast and efficient is obviously a hard thing to do, but if you're able to do that, then it's a tough thing to stop.
James Ham.
Hey, what's going on, De'Aaron?
So, man.
Yeah, I know you put in the time this summer to really work on the three-pointer. Is there anything that stands out to you that just causing you to have a little bit of a rough go early in the season, or is it just shots not going in?
Really, it's just missing short, just being able to get the ball up. Just something that I'm pretty much focusing on right now.
Okay, and secondly, this is your, fourth season, so you've been through this day before, but how hard is it for you guys to go through cut day when guys leave the gym and they're not coming back and you don't know when they're going to bounce back into the league?
Obviously, it's a different day than any other day, this and then trade deadline. But obviously, sometimes you build a bond with guys really quickly. And, with them leaving, it doesn't stop, you guys talking or anything. But at the end of the day, there's a business side of the game, and, it is what it is.
Jason Jones.
Hey, what's going on, De'Aaron?
What up, man?
Not much, man. Just for you, what's it like to see Buddy this kind of engaged and focused on defense at this point of the season?
It's great. I mean, we need everybody on that side of the ball, and everybody has to be engaged. And obviously, with the guard play in this league, we have to be strong. We have to be strong there. And he's definitely been engaged. He's been talking a lot. He's helping us with a lot of things. With the way defense goes, if you can mess up, but if you're communicating, then guys can cover for you, and that's the way team basketball is played. So I think he's doing a great job at it, and the team is doing a lot better at it than we did last year.
I know, and he said, I think back in Portland that you guys kind of just told him, we just need you to be solid. We just need you to give us something on that end, so to speak. What are those conversations like between all of you guys as far as what do you guys need as a collective to be a better defensive team?
Like I said, when we're talking about it, it's just communication. If you mess up and you're talking and the other 4 guys on the court are talking, then somebody will cover for you. And that's what we say. I mean, at the end of the day, in basketball, even the better defensive teams break down at some point, but they're the better defensive teams because they communicate and guys are covering for each other. So that's what we talk about, and that's what we need.
Matt George.
Hey, De'Aaron, happy early birthday, bud.
I appreciate it.
You have, some of your teammates have talked about playoffs, obviously, as a goal. You've talked about building long-term success here in Sacramento. But for you specifically, are there any unique goals that you have for this season?
Yeah, I mean, still for us to continue to get better and still reach the playoffs. I mean, just because you want long-term success doesn't mean that in the short that you don't want it to be successful. So for us to continue to grow together, everybody continue to get better, and go out there and play the way that we know we can play.
And then we've talked a lot and heard a lot about the importance of building chemistry with playing time, specifically reincorporating Marvin Bagley into the starting lineup with the amount of time that he missed last year. But from your perspective, Bagley, even with his injuries, was still around, has still been a part of this team for the last couple of years. Are you expecting that that chemistry to build pretty quickly once you actually get on the court together?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when he's been back on the court, you can tell that he's anxious to play. But I mean, he's so willing to learn that he's able to catch up pretty quickly and continue to learn the spots. But I mean, he's somebody that we need. An inside presence, a guy that can block shots, a guy who gets up and down the court with the best of them. As a big, I mean, he runs like a guard. So him being out there on the floor, definitely helps us, especially when he's locked into the game and, he's still learning how to play with us. Obviously, he missed a lot of time last year, but I mean, we missed him. We missed him a lot.
I want to wish a happy birthday to Fox and Sean as well. De'Aaron, you talked a minute ago about missing short on that 3-pointer. And I remember there were times last year, I think when you were coming back from that injury, you were missing short on some stuff. I think free throws, you've missed short at times. Is there something about that is a process for you to kind of get the right, the right arch or whatever it is on your shot?
I think for me, it's more so using legs more. I think when I play, usually I'm not really someone who's bent over a lot. So just continuing to focus on that really. So I mean, all it is continuing to work at it.
What with your process over the summer? You've talked a little bit about just how much you've worked. Can you detail a little bit more about just what it was, what were there a certain number of shots you were trying to get up? Was it daily? What was your process like as you address that area?
We always came in just normal work, form shoot a lot, do a lot of things that we knew we'd come into the season doing. As far as offense goes, have that complete workout, working on finishing. And then after that, we go eat or anything and come back, and then it's all shooting. Sometimes we'd have a number, and then after the number, then, you're shooting free throws and you shoot it till it feels great. You hit a certain number in a row. It's not always the same thing every day.
Sean Cunningham again.
Thanks. I was going to ask you, there was the first time going up against Steph Curry in a while. Just your takeaway and how he looked in those first two games.
It was great. I mean, he is what we know. Playing against him for now 3 years, he's going to continue to move without the ball. He's going to back cut. Guys are going to set screens for him. If he's off the ball, someone's looking to set a screen for him. And, just the way he's able to manipulate the game is different from anybody else. So it's extremely hard to guard.
And with facing Denver on Wednesday, obviously Jamal Murray's taken a big leap over the past year or so. As a fellow Kentucky Wildcat, just curious how you saw his kind of growth over the past year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's kind of doing a lot of things that Steph does. I mean, that's kind of the way Denver plays. A lot of dribble handoffs, a lot of backdoors, obviously because of the passer and the playmaker that Jokic is. So it'll be more of the same. But Jamal, I mean, I've known Jamal since high school, and the way he's always been able to shoot the ball. I mean, he's always done it at an elite level. Obviously in the playoffs, he reached a whole nother level. So going into that game, we know we're going to have our hands full.
Last one, Kamani.
Happy birthday to De'Aaron and Sean. Hope y'all doing well. My first question, I've got two. What are you anticipating from Denver with their personnel changes? It doesn't seem like they're going to be able to pack the paint as well against you with some of the people that they've lost on the roster. So what are you anticipating there? And then I have one follow-up question.
With them, I mean, you kind of know what you're getting. I mean, they're long, athletic. Obviously, I think they lost Jeremy Grant. But at the end of the day, I mean, you still have guys like Michael Porter and Gary Harris and guys come off the bench that are just long athletic wings. For that, I mean, I'm not really changing the way that I play. Still getting the paint, be able to create for others, and just let the chips fall where they may. I mean, that's still the team that just came from the Western Conference Finals. So, I mean, it's still a really good team.
Right. Walton mentioned Jokic bringing the ball up, and what does that do? What is that supposed to do to your team defense, and how do you adjust to that?
Obviously, it's different. Not a lot of centers are doing that. But for us, continue to put pressure on the ball. I mean, we have Rashawn and Hassan and Marv, athletic guys that can do that. And for us guards, it's like I said, they do a lot of dribble handoffs and a lot of a lot of backdoor cuts. So it's keeping everything in front of us and just staying solid as a unit. I mean, that team thrives at the handoff, getting downhill, and then getting you in rotation. So for us, we just have to be solid at the initial attack, and our defense should be fine.